In this video, I'm going to talk about the fundamental counting principle, and this is one of the simplest counting techniques. It's often called the multiplication rule, and it's pretty simple. So if there are m ways to do a task, let's call it task 1, and n ways to do another task, we'll call it task 2, then there are m times n ways to do first task 1 and then task 2. So basically, in other words, you're taking the number of possible ways to do each thing, you're going to multiply those together. And so let's do a couple of examples so this makes more sense. So let's say John wants to give a novel and a cookbook to his friend. So consider the novel as one task, the cookbook as another. He has 4 different novels and 3 different cookbooks to choose from. How many different choices can he make? So you could just think of the number of novels that he has to choose from, and we're going to multiply that by the number of cookbooks. And there are 4 novels, and there are 3 different cookbooks, and if we multiply those together, we get 12 total choices that he can make. And you could find this answer by not using the multiplication principle. You could, or the fundamental counting principle. You could, you could list these all out. Like you could say, for example, let's say his novels, he has novels A, B, C, and D. And let's say for the cookbooks, he has 3 of those. So we'll call them E, F, and G. And so you could list out all the choices. You could pick novel A and cookbook E, novel A, cookbook F, novel A, cookbook G. You could do novel B and E, and B and F, and B and G, or novel C and cookbook E, novel C and F, novel C and cookbook G, or novel D and E, D and cookbook F, or novel D and cookbook G. And so we could list them all out and we get 12 different possibilities or choices to make of combinations. We can see that the fundamental counting principle saves us a lot of time. And if we had more novels and more cookbooks, it might not even be manageable to list this all out. So let's look at another example. Assume a mother dog is equally likely to have puppies of either sex. How many different possibilities for sex are there for puppy 1, 2, 3 in that birth order? Example, MFM means first puppy is male, second puppy is female, third is male. And so we consider all of the different puppies. So we could label this puppy, if I could spell puppy, puppy 1 and puppy 2. And puppy 3. There we go. And then think about all the different choices there are. So assuming there are 2 sex choices, male and female, so there are 2 for puppy 1, there are 2 for puppy 2, there are 2 for puppy 3. And we can multiply those all together and we could get 8. And just like the novel and the cookbook example, you could list out all of the different possibilities, like male, female, male, male, female, 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 and there would be 8 of them. But this is a quicker way to accomplish that.